Do you think or like can it be learned?
Yes. Oh God. But right now, I'm advocating that comedy should be studied. I realize that a lot of people were actually influenced by those skits. And again, not just that. You remember the skit on Bala Blue? Yeah, you remember the skit on even all the political, overcame. Skits were made and it plays a vital role to the point that people begin to see some of these candidates in that light. Kofi Daguro has also been an inspiration. You saw him here today.
Good evening, sir.
Hi,
Can you introduce yourself?
okay, my name is Godwin popularly called Godwin JP.
So, what do you do?
I'm a comedian. I'm an actor and I'm also a PR specialist, a
Okay,
communication specialist.
let's go to the comedy aspect. Like, what first sparked your interest into comedy?
What?
First sparked your interest into comedy?
Okay, my interest.
Yeah, into comedy.
Okay, I think it's just inbuilt. What I love to do, I love to make people happy. So then in class, when they always call you the clown of the class.
Yeah,
So gradually, when I finished secondary school, and you remember when they say hunger beget talent. So you just discover that you could do something more with the act you get. So that was what inspired.
yeah. I want to ask you a personal question.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you think or like can it be learned?
Yes. Oh God. So let me tell you one of the things I'm actually pushing right now. So I'm actually advocating that I just finished my masters at the University of one of the Nigerian universities. And I'm actually advocating that comedy should be included as one of the courses in the university, most especially the mass communication department. You know that in the theater department, they already study comedy. If you study theater, you will understand, they will take you back to the Greek era, of comedy, even part of the things you will do will be, or the learning comedy, but as related to stage performance. But right now, I'm advocating that comedy should be studied. The reason is this: comedy has become an alternative media. Just like we have radio, we have TV, we have print. Comedy too can stand on its own because it has become a means where people can how will I put it, that can it's it's a way that can change people's perception, about things. Remember the last election, skit was a vital part of the election, to the point, in fact, part of my research was people's perception, no, the role of comedy in the Nigerian, space, and my case study was a Nigerian election. You get, and from the research, I realized that a lot of people were influenced by humor. You get, but there should be a balance though, and the balance is this. Now, part of my recommendation were for institutions. One, comedy should be a course where, as a student, you know that it is business, not just business. You begin to understand that it is now the new reality, that humor can actually influence opinion, can actually influence people's perception, can also be a way to change people's mind about there's a word I'm looking for. Just like I was making reference to the last election, where you saw all kinds of skits, and to a point from my research, I realized that a lot of people were actually influenced by those skits. And again, not just that, you remember the skit on Bala Blue? Yeah, you remember the skit on even all the political, overcame. Skits were made and it played a vital role to the point that people begin to see some of these candidates in that light. which was why I said there should be a balance. The politicians now should be able to see that comedy is now an influence, on people. So there need to be a policy, which is why I said it should be studied. That people begin to understand that, it is the new reality.
Yes, because since acting can be studied, it's comedy safe.
Exactly.
Yeah,
As
thanks
a
for that.
cause.
Thanks for that, sir. I really appreciate. Thank you for sharing, sir.
Yeah.
So, do you remember the moment when you realized that you wanted to be a comedian, or have you already been funny? Like, because you said from small, right?
Yeah.
Like, but there should be like a special moment when you say like, yes, I want to take this as something I want to do.
Yeah, thank God for someone like Holy Malam. You get
Okay.
one of the pioneer of gospel comedy in Nigeria. In fact, when I say Africa, yes. Now, there was a time I was just doing it like the normal, like I said, the secondary school clown and everything. But when I got up, I realized that I could take this as a career. And I've been in the industry for over 15 years. You get for over 15 years, and it's been it's been good. Do you get? Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks, sir. So okay, how do you then now discover your own unique style? Because
Okay, my
your
my
own unique
my
style.
my style is I just speak on realities. I talk more about my own reality. Then I pick from things around me.
So do you focus on lifestyle, music, or you just come from any
No, I could
sector?
come from anywhere.
Anyway,
Comedy is dynamic. You get. Comedy is actually storytelling. If you are able to tell a good story in a very humorous way, your audience will laugh. You know.
yeah, thank you. Okay, so how was the material involved from when you first started?
Yes, I write my jokes.
So how did it start? Like, was it from when you were young or a certain age?
Okay, yeah, from my teenage,
Okay, that means you write.
I'm a natural writer. I've written 2 books. You get. So that was way back then. You get. And I write poems. So writing has been a part of me. So like I write my jokes. You get. I write jokes, then come up to say them.
Yeah, you just mentioned something right now. You just mentioned poems. Like, do you think comedians can be poetic?
Yes, comedians are very intelligent set of people. If I take you through the process of getting a joke, it's like, let me give you an instance. It's like when you want to cook rice, you don't just eat the rice done like that. It becomes raw first. That is how a joke can be. When you see a comedian come on stage to crack people up, you get it starts from that rawness. Let me use the word rawness. Nothing but an idea that sparks something, and you like think over it, meditate over it, and make it look sound funny to yourself first, to people around you before you come on stage.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. Have you ever handled the pressure of staying relevant in your field?
See, I always say that I don't have competition. My colleagues are my colleagues, which is why I've been in the game for over 15 years. And for me, there is an element of people say, oh, popularity. If you are popular, means when you have the fame is when you have the money. Yeah, fame is good, but man, as I am, I'm comfortable with my family. I'm enjoying the art, and I love what I'm doing.
So okay, so how was the feeling like when you first performed on stage?
Ah,
How was the feeling like?
yeah, I think my first performance was in a church, First Choir Gospel Church, Jebako, yes, in Shomolu. That was my ever major first performance on stage. And it was really cool. It was awesome. It was a vigil, though. But it was an awesome moment for me because the joy of a comedian is when you're on stage, you are with the mic, and you see people laugh. Even if they no laugh, but they smile, they grin at your joke, but the fulfillment is when you are looking at the audience and you're like, wow, you can see smiles on their faces.
I think that would have pushed you in love.
Yeah, it's usually a motivation, which is why a comedian, you have to do your research, you have to do stuff.
Okay, so like, what are do you have any comedic heroes?
Any what?
Comedic heroes who you look up to?
Yeah, heroes. Not really, but there are some, like I just mentioned, Holy Malam, and I respect um, some top comedians too. Kofi Daguru has also been an inspiration. You saw him here today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he surprised. I didn't even know because he has been in the US for a few months now. So it was nice seeing him. So I really appreciate his humility. That's Kofi Daguru, Holy Man, and Ali Baba too, also known as the king of stand-up comedy. You get, and there are a whole lot of people. I respect their art, and I also, appreciate what they do and the kind of thing value they add to the industry. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much, sir.
You're
Like,
welcome.
really coming here and seeing what you do, like, it's really marveling me. Like, it's setting a lot of standards, a lot of grounds.
Mm.
Like, so can you really just tell us about Punchline?
Okay, now the idea behind Punchline Lagos is just to create a, I call it a safe space where people can come, laugh, not just laugh, have fun, and connect. There's the beauty, what I call the beauty of shared laugh and shared and social connection. Now, we go through a lot, as Nigerians, not just as individuals. From Monday to Friday, we are doing stuff, no time to relax. So the hub, the Lagos, the Punchline Lagos Community Club is just a way to come relax. And not just, we are building a community. And like our mantra, we always say, we are building a community of joyful people. You understand? Not just coming to laugh. There is what we do sustenance too. That even after each edition, we have a community and we are growing day by day. We are growing, and that is the beauty.
Yeah, thanks so much, sir. For me, like, this is the first time, when I came in, I saw comedy club. I was like, wow, because I haven't, like, although for music, other aspect, I've seen club,
Yeah.
for comedy, like, I don't think I've seen it or heard about it. But what made you say like you want to start a comedy club or you want to like do something like like a comedy club?
My honestly, my what I always say is, if you check in my profile or anywhere, I always say that I love to make people happy. You can't stay around me and be dull, and that's part of the movement we bring into the the Punchline Lagos comedy comedy club. You get, so it's like I'm doing what I love doing. Now that we don't have sponsors yet, the only sponsors we have are just people giving us items. But there is this joy that I have, and I know that I'm just making people happy, and I'm also, you know, impacting. Do you understand? There is a global challenge now, which is mental health. You get, and whether you like it or not, we are solving that challenge, of mental health. It's a global issue. So the part of the way we are positioning the comedy club is to also ensure that at least people have sound mental health. You get, you come, you laugh. Just for that moment where you laugh, medically, it has an effect or an impact in you,
Yeah,
on you rather.
yeah. Thank you very much for that,
You're
sir.
welcome.
Do you have a social media page? An
Yes,
Instagram?
yes,
Yeah, can you just
definitely.
tell us?
Okay, my handle is at Godwin JP underscore. Godwin JP, the Godwin, J like J for jog, then P for parrot, underscore, on Instagram. So on Twitter too, at JP Talks Live, and on Facebook, Godwin JP. Just Google Godwin JP, you'll get more details.
Okay, so what about like, is there any way if anybody want to join the comedy club? Like, is there any page or where you post content in your comedy club?
Oh, okay. So our page for Punchline Lagos Comedy Club is at Punchline Lagos. At Punchline Lagos
Yeah,
Comedy
yeah,
Club.
thanks so
Yeah.
much for that. So if you could inspire the next generation, like, sorry, let me scratch it. If
Yeah.
you're going to inspire the next generation, in fact, you already
Yeah.
inspire me now. I'm for real, you already inspire me now. So, okay, what message would you like to give to us, right? To us, yeah, to us. Like, don't give up. To do what we do, that. nothing is too small, no beginning.
You're already saying it. Honestly, the message is see, anything you love to do it expressively, or if there's a word like that. Don't care about what people say. You understand? There is always a moment of growth. You get. Push what you are doing. It is your thing. Push it with all your strength, your passion. You get. But ensure that you are growing and you are developing. You get. The world is waiting for you actually.
Yeah, thanks a lot, sir. So the last question, like, can you make people to inspire?
Be yourself. Don't stay small. You get. Develop your skills and soar.
Yeah, thanks a lot, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for. Yeah.